This is the new Bergara B14² Crest. I don't know why they called it the Crest, but it's certain better than the Colgate or the Sensodyne. Hi everyone, Adrian here, welcome to Bush and Grit. Could this rifle be my new ultimate hunting rifle? I think so. In a nutshell, to make the TLDR version of this video, I absolutely love this little unit. I have small caveat here and here, and many, I would say the magazine is probably my biggest pet peeve with this rifle, but we'll talk about it in due time. So let's start with the barrel. The barrel is a 20-inch barrel, threaded at the muzzle, 5.8 by 24, and it comes with a radial brake and a thread protector. All right. First thing, of course, that you can see, it's a fluted barrel. I love a fluted barrel. There's so many positive about these. Mainly, its extra rigidity for the weight, and it's dissipate heat better. I almost say it's dissipate hate better. I wish. It's dissipate heat better. Cerakoted in a beautiful sniper gray. The stock itself is a work of art. Visually very pleasing, but that's just my opinion. It's very light, it's carbon, and it's not hollow, right? Yeah, it has it's injected with some sort of resin. Much quieter, and it's actually quite rigid for a carbon stock. I think they added like a structure inside the stock to make it more rigid. I love the vertical grip. It has a nice swell to it. It fills my hand nicely. I do have big hands, and having that vertical grip with that swell makes it very comfortable. It's super handy. And there's more to love actually about this stock. I love the QD flush mount. For me, as a still hunter walking slowly through the woods, there is one way for me to carry my rifle, and it's in front of me on the ready. That's how I move through the woods. This is a modification that I do to almost all my rifles. All my hunting rifle, I will at some point put QD flush mount on them. That being said, the Bergara comes with the swing swivel stud mount, and there are actually two in the front, one in the back, and the two in the front, one is for the bipod, the other one's for the sling. And I'm probably gonna remove these two here. I don't need them. The bolt. Of course it's a new rifle, so it's still not as smooth as my Tikka. When my Tikka came out of the box, it was like butter smooth, and I know over time it will get better. For me, Tikka is like the top of the line. I don't own custom rifles, so I know nothing about like a custom bolt, what it could feel like. I'm sure they would feel great, but if I were to give Tikka a perfect note, like 100%, I would rate the Bergara around 96%, and I would give my Mauser a good 94, 93%, right? That's how good these bolts are to me. The disassembly of the bolt is actually quite easy. It's not a typical classic Remington 700 type of bolt where you need like a special tool. This one is just, you unscrew it. You can use an Allen key to retain the cocking piece so it doesn't fall into it makes the process easier, and that's it. You just unscrew, the bolt comes apart, you can do your cleaning. Actually, while we're at it, I can show you how I will oil and grease my bolt, because a lot of people think you don't need, and they're right, you don't need, the rifle doesn't need it, but why would you like metal to metal contact to begin in the first place, right? And especially here, the climate gets really humid during the hunting season, and the contrast in temperature from getting outside from inside, everything fogs up, so you have humidity in all nooks and crannies. So I really love my rifles to have like a thin coat of oil to protect them against rust. So for your bolt, really a little bit of G96, technically that's enough. Me, I like to complicate things a little bit, so I like to go a little bit further. So I'm gonna use some gun oil and some gun grease, and I don't use them at the same place, so I'll show you. So for example, for anything here that I know is not going to leak out, for example here on the spring, I'm gonna use a couple of Lucas gun oil here. And that stuff is great. It has a very high viscosity and it stays where it's being put. So I'll just, I don't know if it's going to be visible with the camera, but I'm just gonna add a couple of drops here and here. And then you can rub it in. And then it will slowly move inside and keep the coil well lubricated. Then here we have some thread. On the thread themselves, I like to add a little bit of grease. And I will add the grease at the beginning here of the thread. So when the thread engages, the grease gets pushed and lubricates all the thread in the bolt. You don't need much, just a tiny. All right, and what I'm using here is a slide glide from Brian Eno. What I can do also is you can just add a little bit here on the tip, and with your finger you just like rub it everywhere. That's it, we're ready to put the bolt back. And voila. Alright, back, the trigger. The trigger, one word, crisp, right? It's sharp, there is no creep, there is no travel, it's just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful trigger. It's adjustable, and it seems, I haven't done it yet, but it seems that you can adjust it without disassembling the rifle. Okay, so to adjust the trigger, it's really that one that was exposed, so I don't need to disassemble the rifle to expose this, the screw here to lighten up the weight of the trigger. All right, and the safety, it's just two-stage safety, and it doesn't lock the bolt. And this is something that I wish, you know, the Bergara Crest would be doing, is actually locking that bolt when you're in the safety mode. Now let's talk about the magazine, because this is honestly my only big, I would say, my only negative point here is really the magazine, and the only thing is it rattles. All right, it makes noise. As a hunter, I cannot accept uncontrollable noise from me or my equipment. All right, everything needs to be tight. I could add some tape. It's not a big deal though. I could add some tape. I could change the magazine. It's ACIS, so that's good, meaning that I can use an aftermarket magazine from other manufacturer, like MDT for example, using a polymer magazine. Less noise, but ideally, I think for me the ultimate solution here would just go to the conversion route and use a floor plate altogether. Delete the magazine, shave some weight. I would probably lose one round of capacity, but I will, you know, that rifle is going to be more streamlined, easier to get through tight areas, nothing to get snagged on the magazine. One round in the chamber, 2 rounds in the well. For hunting, for me, that's good enough. And that's it, folks. That's my review of the Bergara B14² Crest. And that's it. I'll see you next time. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye-bye.